Hey, it's Show and Tell with Kristin Shaw, and I'm here in Seattle with John Whiteman from omniQ.
Yes, hello, Kristin.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Let's talk about omniQ.
Sure.
First, give me a brief introduction. What is omniQ?
So omniQ is a public company traded on the NASDAQ. We're global in scope. We're based in Salt Lake City, with warehousing, manufacturing, sales efforts, inside, outside, accounts receivable, etc. And we specialize, this particular group specializes in AI-based vehicle identification. So we read the type of vehicle, the make, the color, the state, the plate, read the license plate, and pass that information to our customers.
Okay.
To utilize in parking situations, like at airports, entering an airport, exiting an airport, freeing up the spaces for available parking.
So does it see what kind of vehicles are coming in and who they are? They identify?
Yeah, so we do see the vehicles that are coming in, and if they are members of particular lists, like they could be employees, they could be monthly parkers, we can match that to a list and vend the gates and let the parker into and out of the facility in a seamless, frictionless, touchless, expeditious manner.
So they don't have to have any specific kinds of codes or anything?
No,
it just lets them through?
The credential is the license plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how fast does it read it then? That must be pretty incredible.
Yeah, so we can identify the vehicle, the color, the license plate, and pass that information on in about 100 milliseconds. So that's 1/10 of a second. Yes.
What kind of technology is that?
Well, it's software. So we've been in business for a couple decades, originally out of Israel. So we're an Israeli-based technology firm that uses deep learning neural networks to read license plates.
And make the connections.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to think, I'm thinking through like what an airport would need, in terms of hardware and software.
Yeah, so our traditional airport, our typical airport uses our sensors in the entry and exit lanes to match up to tickets and identify how long a vehicle has been in the particular facility.
Okay.
We also have vehicles that drive around with sensors on them that take an inventory. So we drive an entire airport, we go through the different lots, the garages, the decks, and we take an inventory every day, every night, and we can tell you that there's 2,000 vehicles parked in the A lot and 500 in the B lot. And actually, as a customer, if you misplace your vehicle, which is pretty common in airports, you can go to a screen or you can go to the customer service counter and you can say, my license plate is AB and it's got a 2 in it. I don't remember the whole plate, but they can put in 2 characters and they can say, okay, did you come in on Monday? And if the answer is yes, and you got a blue Mustang, you're in the green lot, level 3, row 12.
That is so helpful. Yeah. I can imagine when I think about the days when people have to put you in a golf cart or something and take you around level by level to figure out.
Yeah, and you don't know where you left your car, and so our customers are using it for obviously improved customer relations, improved service, but also to help with lost tickets. So it's pretty common. You left town, you don't know what you did with the ticket, you don't know exactly what day you came in, so they can very quickly enter into the system, again, information about your vehicle or your license plate and say, okay, you came in on Sunday, you've been here for 7 days, and you owe $150.
That makes sense. I mean, people are, when they're traveling, it seems like they're distracted. They're thinking about, do I have enough time? Is there going to be a long security line? They're not thinking about parking. No, definitely not.
No, and how many times you get to an airport, and particularly if you travel every week, every month, it all looks the same, but it's not where you left your vehicle.
All right, so omniQ has been in business for a few decades.
Yes.
How has your business changed in the last few years, especially with the completely threw everybody off guard?
Well, so one of the major things that happened through COVID is the drive to go contactless, to go touchless, to go frictionless. And what our customers are finding is that to do that, they need credentials to get people in and out of the facilities. And license plate recognition, which has always been popular in airports. I mean, airports, if you go back 20 years, were the first early adopters because it was very, very expensive. Now, what's happened over the course of the last 5 or 10 years, the prices have come way down, probably 50% of where they were, in 2015. But what's happened is that the customers now demand a contactless, touchless experience.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in the industry call it frictionless. So that drive has really pushed and pulled our industry along with it. So what used to be a nice to have is almost mandatory. So you see airports coast to coast, and we're in all of the big ones, all of New York, Atlanta, DFW, LAX, SeaTac, all are using our technology to make life better for the customer and help the airport control their revenue.
So what would keep any airport, from adopting this kind of technology?
Budgets, RFP processes, politics, formalities, but many of them,
usual.
Yeah, many of them have adopted it already. I mean, I don't know exactly which airport you fly out of, but there's Austin uses our systems.
Good to know. If I lose my car, I'll know
they'll know
who's
where
helping
it is.
me.
They'll be able to help you with your inventory, and so I think those are the major. What happens traditionally with this type of technology is that people budget, every 7 years they're going to replace it, so it goes out to RFP. I think that has been pushed out a little bit due to COVID, and people are stretching the amount of useful life that they can from not only our technology, but all of technology that's being used.
That makes sense. So, final question. What do you think is coming down the road in terms of trends for your business?
Well, we're seeing a big movement to going totally gateless, to doing free flow parking where you just drive in, and the use of QR codes, while they've been around for a long time, the use of QR codes really blossomed during COVID. So you go into a restaurant and you're scanning the QR code and you're getting your menu. Right. So everyone is becoming familiar with how to utilize a QR code. And we're seeing that being pushed into our industry, so that you just drive into a parking lot, a parking garage, there's a QR code posted on the wall, the elevator, you scan the QR code, you start your parking session, and when you leave, you close out your session and pay everything through your phone.
Yeah, everybody knows how to use that now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It used to be a lot more difficult. It's more accessible now, and the technology has improved, so it makes sense.
The grandmothers know how to use it, the mothers know how to use it, the children know how to use it, and so it became universally accepted due to the pandemic.
That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
My pleasure.
And we will look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much.